veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
Takes it at the 7.
And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Dak going to start out going to the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Tally.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses. But you get this sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The Cowboys make over 2nd and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down and 4. Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Open man is Noah Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Noah Brown from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
2nd down and 8. Now Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Prescott now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dean Lowry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Hey, 626.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Rodgers again now. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott rolling to his right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jump out! Hey, 88.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This fielded right at the goal line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now this throw caught left side, and he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. They'll get it inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blocks.
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
26.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, and Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's got room past the 30.
A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense,
now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
46.
Throwing. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. There he goes, right side. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked 2. Instead, it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4th down, Prescott. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, 626.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his... And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of...
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because...
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Prescott.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's going deep for Brown.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Prescott yet again.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down, Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Prescott down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right?
But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Rodgers looking to throw. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Rodgers. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers now on third and goal. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Play action now, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, 88, inside. Here we go.
Rodgers throwing here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
All right. Easy.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. One last shot now for Prescott. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the